Hey, welcome to my bedroom floor again. Who wants to see what my room looks like from this angle? So we got that and that is all you get to see. What we are doing right now is I just wanted to talk to a camera. So it is June 29th. Tomorrow is the last day of June. We are doing a little June in review, June favorites, June media video, you know, which also this month has genuinely felt like 300 lifetimes. Like the beginning of this month, I felt on top of the world. I thought life was the most, like, I was like, I am living my best life. This is so beautiful. Everything is wonderful. Like, I was doing so much with like my friends and like going places and doing things, and that was like the first 2 weeks of June, and I literally was like, this is going to be the best month of my entire life. The last 2 weeks haven't been bad per se. I think they just kind of fell off, which is sad to say. 2 nights ago, I think, it all came to like a head, and I was crying badly in my bed about who knows what. Then I started my period the next day, and I hate to add to the hysterical woman propaganda, hysterical emotional period, but then this happens every month. So there might be something there. Alice is here and she's biting me really, really bad, but this is her. I feel like she's my bunny. Like, I feel like I'm holding her like she's a little rabbit right now. Anyway, girl, if you thought in the like personalization video, if you thought I was concise with my words, that was a fluke. I am about to be like, you are not going to be. Oh, but I felt like I've lived 10 different lifetimes. So this isn't, I know that when people do like June favorites, they're like all the things that like really like I carried with me in June, and like I did all this. I can't do that right now. We are strictly talking about media that I consumed in June, and also I didn't think about what I was going to say beforehand about all of these. Like, I have them like written out of the like medias I'm gonna talk about, but I don't know what I'm gonna say about it. So some I might be like, yeah, it was good, and then some I might be like, anyway, can you like, okay, we're gonna talk about books, movies, one TV show, kind of, music, and then just a few miscellaneous medias. So, books, and this is in order of how I read them this month. I read 4 books this month. Well, actually, I'm currently on the 4th one, but I'm planning on finishing it today or tomorrow, so it'll be in June. Anyway, the first book that I read this month, which carried over from May into June, but it was, and I have it right here actually, it was The Shards by Bret Easton Ellis. Okay, it took me a while to read this book. I've been off my reading grind and I hate it because I love reading and it makes me feel so good whenever I'm reading. But anyway, it's a thick book. It's a thick book, around 600 pages. And there were times when I was like I enjoyed reading it throughout. At the beginning, when I first started reading it, I was like, holy shit. Like, it really pulled me in and I really, really loved it. Oh, actually, let me give a little description of what it's about. So, it's like, it blurs the line between fiction and like autobiographical, which also that's the author of American Psycho, in case anyone didn't know. It basically follows Bret Ellis, basically author, but Bret Ellis, and he goes to a private prep school in Los Angeles in the 80s, and then there's a serial killer going around, and he's like, he gets really fixated on this serial killer, and then there's also a new guy at his school, so he's like, there's a connection here, and he like is really convinced that this new guy, Robert, is like a freak, and like there's a lot of drugs, there's a lot of sex, there's a lot of like freaky thoughts, like, and he's basically losing his mind a little bit, but he doesn't like acknowledge that he's losing his mind. He's just like, yes, this is the next logical step and la la la, but it's like, oh baby, no. And it's crazy, and it's really, really good. Also, it all like takes place in LA and around LA, and also adjacent to the San Fernando Valley. I spent a lot of my childhood in California in the San Fernando Valley, so I was seeing all these street names and I'm like, I know that. And obviously I wasn't in LA in the 80s, and also I didn't spend like adolescence there, like teenager, like, so I didn't ever run wild on the streets or anything, but it was just really cool reading all that, and it made me feel some kind of connection to it. But anyway, this book was so good. So when I first started reading it, I was like, whew. Then I kind of fell off, and I was only reading like every other day or something, and only like 10 pages at a time. But then I read the last like 300 pages in 2 days or something, and it was really good. I definitely recommend that book. It is a little, there's some graphic depictions of like gore and stuff at times, but it's so good. It is so good. The way that he writes is just like, oh. And I did fixate, like, this is not what the book was about. I did fixate on the like gay tragedy of part of it, and I literally was like, fuck. Also, it's going to be made into a TV show, and I had blocked this out before I read it. Like, I knew this before I read it whenever this news first came out, but then I read it and I was like, wait, wasn't it going to be made into a show? And then I looked up this information and it ruined my day, genuinely ruined my day. That it was originally going to be on HBO and directed by my boy Luca. My boy Luca of Bones and All, of Call Me By Your Name, of Suspiria, why can't I think of Challengers, of Queer. It was going to be directed by my boy Luca. It is now going to be on FX, like produced by Ryan Murphy. Which, don't get me wrong, I love me some Glee. I love me some 911. This book is not for Ryan Murphy. Because it is so, like, I was reading that and I was like, this is so easy to be butchered. This could be such a bad book if, like, just one thing was different. If one thing was different, and not one specific thing, but, like, Ryan Murphy's gonna make this ass. I'm sorry. I hope not, but he is. And Luca would have been the perfect director for that, like gritty and like teen boy, like longing and sexuality, and not in a freak way, but like the level of like violent, like gritty, like horniness that this book requires. Only Luca could have done it. I'm sorry. The second book I read this month was Sunrise on the Reaping. I forget when this came out. I think in April. But I finally just read it this month. I love The Hunger Games. So I enjoyed the book. It is definitely the weakest book in the original trilogy and Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So that was a bit upsetting, and there was a lot of reliance on just like, you remember this character from the original trilogy? Well, they're mentioned in this, and it caught me. Like, it did get me because I was like, yes. I was like, oh my gosh, no wait, they're mentioned. So I had a great time, and there were still like moments where I was like, oh, but I do think it's the weakest book in all of it. That doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy it. That doesn't mean that I'm not beyond excited for the movie, because the casting for that movie, Kieran Culkin as Caesar Flickerman, Elle Fanning as Effie, like McKenna Grace as Macely, like, and also a million others that I'm just forgetting right now, but those are just the three that came to mind. But like, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome. And like, I'm here for the cultural moment that it is. I do think that this book was just like, okay, like, it's like 3 out of 5 stars. No, it's like 3.5 out of 5 stars. Like, I had a great time. But you know, but I did really enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. Blue Nights by Joan Didion, that I read in like 2 days because it's super short. It's less than 200 pages. The last Joan Didion like piece of writing, book, whatever, that I read before this was Slouching Towards Bethlehem. That book was so good. Like, her writing is just so, I just am in love with the way that she writes. Like, it works for me so well. I really enjoyed this, and of course the subject matter is like really hard. Oh, I didn't even okay, girl, you don't need a description for Sunrise on the Reaping. This was written like reflecting, I guess, on the death of her daughter. So very, very right. So in that regard, like, okay, I enjoyed Slouching Towards Bethlehem more, but that's not, that's the thing, I just feel evil saying anything like that this isn't a perfect book, because it's about the death of her daughter. So I think that it was really like I enjoyed it, and I would give it like 4 out of 5 stars. And no, I really liked it. I don't know, I'm not gonna book criticism, but I don't know. But I do love Joan Didion, so I love any of her writings. And it was really good. It just, I guess it didn't suck me in the same way. I feel evil. Please don't think I'm evil. Anyway, but it's really good, and I still would recommend it. I feel like it was very, like, there were moments when it went, like, deep hitting, but there was a lot that was just kind of, like, it was, like, very, like, surface level almost, but not like I wanted her to, like, make, like, misery porn or anything. Just, like, I don't know. Anyone who's read this, do you know what I mean? Like, I really like it. I think it's really sad. I think it's still beautiful writing. I just feel like I read it and I was like, oh, it's over? That's what it was. I think that's what it was. I just feel like I didn't, like, dive into it. And the last book that I'm currently reading is Severance by Ling Ma, which, actually the last 3 books that I've been reading are all borrowed from a friend, so that's why I read them all in a row, so I could get them back to her. But anyway, I'm this much in. That's how much I have left, and I'm really loving it. I think the writing is very, it's just like sucking me in, and I really enjoy it while I'm reading it. Like, I enjoy the act of reading it. It is about, girl, how do I describe this? A fever. It's about capitalism and like a pandemic, but like everyone is overtaken by this fever, and it makes them just repeat like patterns of their day over and over again. So it would be like me sitting down, turning on my camera that's totally dead because I have no consciousness, so I don't even recognize that the camera's dead, and I just go, and I just sit in front of it doing that, and then I turn it off, and then I sit, and then I turn it on, and I do it, and it's like repeating stuff. So it's like people will just sit down to dinner and like serve dinner that's literally just empty plates over and over and over again, like stuff like that. And so, you know, obviously it's like commentary, well, yeah, commentary on capitalism, about how we all become mindless drones, just repeating patterns, you know, phone bad. Like, it's more nuanced. Like, it's really good. I'm just making it sound dumb. So I'm really enjoying that, and that is what I'm reading, and I'm excited to finish it. So I talked too much about one thing, and I have a lot that I wanted to talk about, so I just gotta get going. These aren't in order of how I watched them this month, but also, if you're interested in the movies that I watch, I have a letterboxd, and if you're really cool and have good taste in movies, you should follow me on there so I can follow you on there and steal your watch list and your favorite movies. Because like on the activity page, I see someone watch a cool movie, I go, that's the next movie I'm gonna watch. Anyway, but it is in the description. We're full YouTuber now. We're plugging stuff. The first movie was The Sound of Metal, or Sound of Metal. I don't know how I had never watched this movie before. I don't think I ever knew what it was about. Like, I had heard of it for like, when did it come out? So I've probably known about it for the past like 5 years. I was always like, oh yeah, I should watch that. Didn't even know what it was about. I watched that this month. That movie is so good. Immediate 5 stars. It made me cry. It made me like feel this like I don't even know. It just like resonated with me. Like, I felt it in my bones, in my body, in my chest. Circumstances change and things change in your life, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just can control how you react to it. I don't know. That sounded so stupid. I just started thinking about it and it freaked me out. It's about this metal drummer, and he starts losing his hearing until he's like going completely deaf. And he's also an addict, and so his girlfriend, who is worried about him, checks him, or like encourages him to check into this rehab that is specifically for deaf people, and then it goes on from there. But it is so good. The performances are so good. Also, side note, I love Olivia Cooke. She's so beautiful. I kind of know nothing about her as a person outside of like interviews, but I love Olivia Cooke. Oh, I just love movies. Like, genuinely, I just love movies because it had such an emotional impact on me, and I'm like, I just love that a movie can do that. Anyway, It was so good, so good. I feel dumb plugging like an Oscar winner, but watch that. In theaters, I watched the new live action How to Train Your Dragon. I watched that with my friend, with Emily, and it was, oh, I just love going to the movies. Bring back going to the movies. But why does it cost me $30 to go to the movies? That's not right. It was just such a good experience. Like, I love How to Train Your Dragon. I love How to Train Your Dragon. And like hearing the music in theaters, like, and like, yeah, it is basically just a direct copy of the animated, so then it raises the question, like, girl, why are we even making this? I'm not a big fan of live action remakes. I'm not a big fan. But this one was done well. Even though it didn't like bring anything new, this one was done really well. So I gotta give it its, what is it? I gotta give it its flowers for that. This was a good remake. Like, it actually carried the spirit of the animated film. And yeah, also that night, like, we went to the movies, then we went on a little drive afterwards, and it was just such a magical night. It was so good. It was so good. I love going to the movies, I love my friends, and I love How to Train Your Dragon. And then I watched In the Summers, which is about, it follows over the course of 4 summers, like, but each one's separated by however many years. 2 daughters, and they go and visit their father in New Mexico every summer, and it shows how their relationship evolves, and he's not a very good father in a very realistic way, in a very, like, he's fun, oh, but he's very, but, oh, now he's drunk, and he's, like, neglectful, but he loves you. But how much can love really, like, loving your kid is the most important part of being a parent, but there is work that has to happen after that as well. Like, yeah, you can't just love your kid, because also if you don't show that love in the right way, what does it mean? But it does mean something, and as a daughter, it means that is what you hold on to. You think, my parent loves me, so at least they love me, and I know they love me, and they're trying. But are they trying if they're not, like, changing? That movie hit hard. I watched it twice this month. I watched it once on my own, and I was like, and then I had my sister watch it, and I accidentally had her watch it on Father's Day, and she was not happy with me. And specifically because it's a Hispanic father and daughter, that resonated. That was very much a Hispanic father. That wasn't it. It's a really good movie. Watch it. And then I watched Streetwise, which is a documentary from 80s, I believe. And it just follows a couple of different homeless, mostly homeless, teenagers and children living on the streets in Seattle in like the 80s. Very, very bleak, very depressing, very sad, made me very, very sad, and like, but it is so well made and very, very good. And I need to get more into documentaries, because I've been really craving like documentaries, because with books I can't get that into nonfiction, but with like documentaries and stuff I can get into nonfiction. And then I watched this movie called Jess and Moss, which follows it's like an, I don't know how old she is, I think she's 18 or 19 year old girl, and then this like 13-year-old boy, and they're like partners in crime, they're buddies, and it's just them like traversing through like, I don't know where they're at, but it's very much, hold up, it takes place in the rural western Kentucky countryside, and so they're just like going in like different, like, you know, like empty houses and like woods, and like, it is such a simple movie, and that is what really stuck with me, because I was like, I could make this. Like, it's really good, not to say it isn't good, because I'm not putting down my own skills, I'm putting up my own skills. I'm like, yeah, I could make that. I'm not like, I could make that. I'm like, guys, I could make that. Like, the story is super simple. The setting is like, girl, I could travel like 20 minutes and then it would look like rural Kentucky, western Kentucky countryside. Also, these are not all the movies that I watched in June. I watched a lot of movies in June. These are just the ones that I had something to say. This one stuck with me because I was like, guys, wait, I could make movies. Wait, low-key, I could make movies. I could make little visual stories. I watched Now You See Me, which I've been wanting to watch for a while, and I finally watched the first one. It was such a good time. Like, I literally just had so much fun, and I'm super excited for the new one. I know there's a second one, which I need to watch. That one has Daniel Radcliffe, and then the third one, which has Dominic Sessa, so, and other people that I don't remember. Watch Now You See Me for a fun time. I made it while making a bracelet, and I literally was like, oh, I just love fun movies. I love movies that, like, Sound of Metal, like, literally made me want to, like, die, but also it didn't. It was such a beautiful movie that it made me want to live. But oh, so sad. Oh, anyway, but like Now You See Me, I'm just like, yes. It's like that picture of Roger Kefley, and he's like, and that's how I feel. I'm literally like making a bracelet and watching a movie, and I'm like, you know what I'm talking about? Honorable mention, I didn't watch this month, but I want to rewatch her again for like the 5th time, I think. I was about to say Now You See Me. I saw the TV Glow. I've been thinking about her a lot. We've been thinking about gender a lot. Maybe I'll make a video. No, maybe I won't actually. I was gonna say maybe I'll make a video just talking about that. Maybe that's a little too much for the internet. And it's not that serious. I just mean like, I'm figuring myself out. I'm a girl. I'm not a boy. I just wish that I had grown up as a boy and experienced that a little bit. I saw the TV Glow, just thinking a lot of, there's still time, guys, there's still time. I'm 17 years old, there's still so much time. And not in that regard. I'm not even talking about in that regard. Who gaff. I'm talking about in life, in opportunities, and like, there's so much time. I have my entire life ahead of me. Like, but also that movie is so like, oh, I need to hold on to things. I can't let myself let things pass me by. I need to let myself go for what I want, which I don't know, but I need to figure out. Anyway, so honorable mention to that. Now we're gonna talk about music. These are the songs that have been really on my mind and I've been listening to a lot this month. First off, Nettles by Ethel Cain. That's how that song makes me feel. Ethel Cain, You Have Done It Again. Also, I'm seeing her in August. That's 2 days from now. That'll be next month. That's not real to me. That is not real to me. Oh my god. But that song, that is like in my top 5 Ethel Cain songs now. It is so beautiful. Every lyric like just flows into one another, and the sound and her voice and the story of it, and genuinely I've been like, that picture on the wall you're scared of looks just like you. And then if we want to do what I'd love to do, which is connected to media, Adam Parrish. Anyway, that's from the Raven Cycle. This is just a Raven Cycle like endorsement channel. But anyway, I want to bleed, I want to hurt the way that boys do. Ethel Cain releasing that lyric specifically, which also I know that Nettles has been like a demo for a while, but we're just talking about this. Okay. Ethel Cain releasing that lyric while I've been going through this like, I need to be a boy, which I'm not a boy, but like, I need to be a boy. It was crazy. I was hitting up all my homegirls. I was being like, have you heard this lyric? And they all have, because we're all big Ethel Cain fans. Other song that's been really, really crazy. The Predatory Wasp of the Palisades is Out to Get Us by Sufjan Stevens. That was also really big for my like, need to be a boy. I just love like, sorry if this is offensive to anyone of this group. I need to be a gay boy growing up in like the country and having a deep longing and yearning for my best friend who is also a boy, and we can't, but we do in secret, but we don't, and it's like confusing. And I just really need that experience because I want to experience everything, and that's just one of those top experiences, which I know it's like a horrible experience, but it's also like, then this kind of media comes out of it, and I'm like, this is the most beautiful thing in the world. That song is so perfect, like the melody of it, the Sufjan Stevens, please, I love you, Sufjan Stevens, like genuinely, Has he ever written a bad song? Ugh. Ugh. Those two songs specifically, best media of August. Of June. 2 songs by Role Model, Sally When the Wine Runs Out and Sun Protector. Just been listening to those a lot, and they make me really, well, Sally makes me really happy, and then it makes me think of Dylan Minnette, and also Slushy Noobs. We're gonna talk about them in a second, because they both were Sally's. And it's just so much fun, and it also makes me think of Driving with My Friends, because that played a lot in Emily's car. And then also Sun Protector is just, that song is so good, so good. And then Phoenix by Slaughter Beach Dog. From the corner of 3rd and Washington, you can't see where your brother went. But then also, and then, oh, it's just so good. And then the last lyrics are like, the both of us still green of us. What? The both of us still green enough to take off the other's clothes. A quiet signal of devotion I am proud to have known. Or I am happy to have known. I love that song. I love that song. I love Slaughter Beach Dog. I love Slaughter Beach Dog. If you don't know that about me, I love Slaughter Beach Dog. But please, Slaughter Beach Dog, please go on tour somewhere where I can see you. Jake, if you can hear me. Jake, if you can hear me. Anyway. Afterlife by Alex G. Been in a big Alex G mood. Afterlife, that's his new song, in case you didn't know. It is so good. It is so like summer. It is so, which also shout out to June Guitar, which like just came out, and that song is really, really good. But Afterlife, ugh, also the music video for that literally made me be like, I could make this. I need to make a music video. So yeah, Back to Me by the Marias. That song is so good. Ugh, I love her voice. So listen to that. That song's like that's how it makes me. It makes me white girl dance. I'm literally like, Dragonized by Adrian Lanker. I've been thinking a lot about Blue Sergeant, also from the Raven Cycle, a lot lately. And that song, there's an edit of her to Dragonize, and it just makes me think of her. And when I think of that edit, it makes me be like, I need to be creative, and I need to put things that I love out into the world, like I'm doing right now. And I just love Blue Sergeant, and she is my inspiration in everything. So shout out to Dragonize. Beautiful song. Love Adrian Linker. Miss you, Adrian Linker. Elderberry Wine by Wednesday. I came across that song by way of the music video, which popped up on my YouTube For You page, homepage, and it was, I just love that song. It makes me so happy. I just love summer songs. This month was very much a summer month, which is why I'm sad to see it go. Shout out to Got Me Started by Troye Sivan, because when we were at the Airbnb, everyone learned the dance to it in the living room, and then performed it every time, or Leah, Luke, Emily specifically have performed it every time since that we've hung out. So it makes me happy because it makes me think of them. For TV, I just wanted to say The Bear. I've only watched the first 2.5 episodes of season 4. Listen, it's the 29th, okay? There hasn't been much time. And I'm busy. I'm a busy girl. I've been working 9 to 5. And I'm trying to hang out with my friends too, okay? But I watched the first 2.5 episodes. We all know that season 3 was didn't hit the same as the first 2. I still enjoyed it. Girl, I literally had a great time. Like, I could tell that it wasn't as good, but I was like, la la la. No, actually, it didn't. But anyway, I just love The Bear. Like, I just love watching it. But first 2.5 episodes, feeling good about it. I'm like, okay guys, The Bear is back. I haven't even watched past the first 2.5 episodes, and I'm already saying that. But anyway, so I will give an update at some point if what my final thoughts on this season are, but just wanted to shout out that because that's technically June. And then now let's do some miscellaneous. Like I said, Hamza and Martin have been big for me this month, like in a really big way, which I need to give this disclaimer. I've been an avid Slushy Noobs watcher since like January 2024. Which I know they started the channel in like May 2023, so that's not the very beginning, but they have been in my peripheral vision since even before then. Like I consumed solo Hamza content, solo Martin content, and also like Slushy Noobs clips before that, and also like one-off videos before that, but I like locked in on Slushy Noobs like January 2024. so don't fucking play. But so I'm not saying I just discovered these two people. No, I'm just saying that they've been really big for me this month. Slushy Noobs and Out of Character has been really big. Like Patreon episodes, YouTube podcast, like Patreon, both Patreons. It has been genuinely up until like, okay, for like a week and a half straight, all I would watch on my laptop would be Slushy Noobs YouTube videos, Patreon like videos, or Out of Character podcast episodes. Like I would sit down and that is all I would look forward to all day. So it's been really big for me this month, so I just wanted to shout them out. Also included in like everything I would watch would also be Mandy's iPhone. Don't play, that's my girl. But anyway, so shout out to them. I could literally sit here talking about Slushy Noobs for like an entire 30-minute video, like, and that's edited down from like an hour and a half long video. I could talk about them forever, but I'm not gonna do that. That's not this video. If you guys want that video, leave a comment down below. I know you don't. I know you don't. That's not actually gonna happen. Don't worry, that's not actually gonna happen. But I just wanted to mention them, and I need to stop talking right now because I will actually talk about like their growth and how like la la la, and then also like this depth, and like, and also like don't idolize, and like la la la. Anyway, I've been playing a bit of Schedule 1, the drug dealing game, but I'm playing the free sample version, so I only get a little bit of it, so I can't sell anything but weed. But that's a lot of fun. Also, it actually stresses me out. This is why I don't play games other than like Life is Strange, Stardew Valley. Used to play Overcooked. I need to download Overcooked. Or like Mario Kart or something, because this type of game, genuinely, I'm like, it stresses me out so bad. I like had to close my laptop at one point when the police were about to catch me. I've been thinking about the Raven Cycle a lot this month, as you can tell. And I'm gonna reread them next month because I need a little summer reread. Something about the Raven Cycle and like the teenage realization of what it means to live for the rest of your life. Like, you are the one who is living for the rest of your life. Like, you are the only one who's going to live your life. As I'm going into college this fall, and I was done with high school this spring, been thinking a lot about that. I just wanted to give a quick view of 3 CDs that I burned this month. So this one is Some Boyhood Bravery. These are all taken from my playlist that is like I should have grown up as a boy, I should have been born a boy. All of those songs are like just such like, I'm like, oh, this is such a boy song. But anyway, so this is the inside. See, I wanna hurt, I wanna bleed, I wanna hurt the way that boys do. And then, oh, I love this background. I think it looks really cool. And then here's the checklist, if you can read those. Awesome. And then I did this one, that's my November 2024 playlist, that I made into CD. This is the beginning. I named it like Ache to Come Home, and November 2024, Bones and All, of course. And the CD is currently in my CD player, so we got that. Then we got that. I drew all of that except for the dragonfly stamp, and it was a lot of fun, just like making random little patterns, so that was awesome. And then this is the checklist. It looks different, but I expect all of you to pause every time. Then this one is called, the name of the playlist on my like Apple Music is That Picture on the Wall You're Scared Of Looks Just Like You. That wouldn't fit on this, so the name of this playlist is, or CD, is Die Your Daughter. You're gonna look at these songs and you're gonna, I don't even have to tell you what it's about, so hold up. So this is the front cover. That's a little girl and her mom, by the way. After Sun. This is just a description of the daughter you made her into. Also, I just love this CD. I think I ate down with this. Lady Bird. And the quote, of course I love you, but do you like me? I want you to be the very best version of yourself that you can be. What if this is the best version? What do y'all know about that? Anyway, and then that's the track list. So, if that helps explain it. I think this is really good. Anyone ever wants me to burn a CD for them, tell me, because me personally, Like, I think these are beautiful. I think I've really upped my game. That is going to be the end of this video. It is very, very all over the place. I feel like I didn't have much structure because I literally was just like, I also feel like I was speedrunning it. I literally was just like listing off things and just like, this is my thought on it, this is my thought on it. But hopefully that's something that you guys can enjoy, because it doesn't give you a second to think and get bored and be like, oh, actually I don't want to watch this, let me click off this video, because instead you're like, oh my gosh, she's talking about something else. What if this is something that I'm interested in? That is the highlights of the media that I consumed in June. I love media of all sorts. If anyone ever like if you guys are parasocial, and or if you're my friend, but if you guys are parasocial and you're like, no, like I understand, like I think I like get you, like I think that's not even being parasocial, but if you're like, I think I get you, I think I like kind of am picking up on your vibe, and you feel like you have something that, like, whether it's music or a movie or a TV show or a game or a YouTuber or anything like that, that you're like, no, I feel like you would fuck with this, I feel like you would fuck with this, you can always leave a comment and recommend it to me, because I'm always looking for recommendations of literally anything, because I just love new experiences. So I think that's gonna be the end of this video. Also, I'm gonna do another little plug, sorry. I'm now selling star garland that looks like this. It has little spirals. You can get it either all ones with spirals, alternating, or like whatever. I'm now selling those on my Etsy shop, which again, Two-Headed Crafts. So if you want that or to check out anything else that's on there, you should order. And I'm only plugging this because I'm probably gonna stop selling stuff on there, or like go on vacation, at least for like a while, for a bit, this fall when I'm in college, because I just don't know. I want to figure out my shit first before having to go like into town to like ship orders and stuff. July and August and very beginning of September maybe, these are the last times to get anything from there, so that's why I'm plugging it. But anyway, that's gonna be the end of this video. So I hope that you enjoyed hearing me talk about whatever and all this media for this long, and I'm sorry if it was boring or uninteresting, but I really just enjoy talking to myself, except I'm not talking to myself, but I enjoy talking alone in my room. So that's it. That is it. I'll see you in the next one.